While strapped to a lie detector test, Shawn Mendes just confessed that he might be nicer than Harry Styles, especially since Harry hasn't followed him back on Instagram. Let's get into it.
If you were to ask Camila Cabello, her boyfriend Shawn Mendes is fully incapable of lying because, according to her, he's so sweet and pure that it hurts his heart to be insincere. So naturally, Vanity Fair decided to put Shawn to the ultimate honesty test by hooking him up to a lie detector test earlier this week to ask him a series of uncomfortable questions. One of the first questions thrown at him was if he considered himself a nice guy, to which Shawn nervously answered yes, through chuckles. But much to his dismay, the polygraph examiner explained that he couldn't make a determination on a question of that nature. So Shawn jokingly second-guessed himself, adding, "Maybe I'm not a nice guy." He was then met with a follow-up inquiry as to whether he believes he's one of the nicer guys in the music industry. Shawn went on to answer, "I'd say I'm up there in the nicer percentage of people." And that's when they threw Shawn a curveball by presenting him with a picture of none other than Harry Styles to ask him if he believed he was nicer than him too. Clearly surprised by the question, Shawn confessed that he's actually never met Harry in person, nor hung out with him, so he based his answer solely on the photo. Shawn said with a big smile on his face, "Maybe. I think I could be nicer than him. I'm not really capable of lying. I'm telling the truth. He does look quite nice in this photo." It also came as a big surprise to fans that Shawn has yet to meet Harry, as he's been spotted at many of his concerts as well as wearing his Treat People with Kindness merch. Speaking of fans, many of which were not here for the questions Shawn was being asked, especially the ones pitting him against Harry. This person tweeted, "Why are they making Shawn compare himself to Harry Styles? Of course Shawn is a fan of his and thinks he's nice, but at the same time you can't force him to say that he doesn't find his own self nice. Honestly, couldn't agree more." And this other fan chimed in writing, "Yo, there was two options. He says Harry is nicer and the machine detects a lie. Or he tells the truth. It's not that deep, geez. It's what he thinks. It's in the nature of the human being feeling that we are better than others, and Shawn is a sweetheart, so..." During Shawn's interrogation, he was also asked if he gets upset when someone he follows on Instagram doesn't follow him back. And let's just say he got pretty candid with his answer. Shawn said, "Yeah, I feel like Harry Styles doesn't follow me back. I'm pretty sure he doesn't." He then playfully topped it off after presented with the idea by the interviewer saying, "Maybe he's not that nice," by saying, "Yeah, maybe he's not that nice," which in turn also prompted fans to get involved, like this account that tweeted, "Harry Styles, please follow back Shawn Mendes. Come on, bestie, do this." And this other person who said, "Shawn is upset Harry doesn't follow him back. LMAO, baby, he doesn't even follow his own bandmates. I'm sorry." Well, we can only hope that Harry finally follows Shawn back. But when all is said and done, big props to Shawn for being brave enough to volunteer for a lie detector test for the whole world to see. And like so many fans pointed out, these questions clearly were uncomfortable and designed with a purpose in mind. It's obvious Shawn didn't mean any harm and really only had nice things to say.
Now go ahead and click right over here for even more on Shawn's lie detector test and what he had to say about Joe Alwyn. After that, let me know your thoughts on Shawn's answers about Harry in the comments section below. I'm your host, Susan Morad. You can find me on socials at Susan_Morad. I'll catch you later. Bye guys.